Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin and welcome back to another Call of Duty Black Ops 3 video. In today's video, it's going to be another episode of my How to Get Better at Call of Duty Black Ops 3 series. This is one of the most loved series on my channel and you guys always smash out like 4,000 or 5,000 likes on every single episode. So if you guys could do that again, obviously it would be greatly appreciated, as well as you guys subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Basically what this series is, I'll say it quickly for those of you guys who don't know, I'm sure most of you guys know by now, is basically you guys ask me questions in the comment section down below about anything Black Ops 3 related that you guys need help with, and in the video I answer your guys' questions and hopefully do different questions and different answers every single video. And basically this is like sort of like a never-ending series because there's always tips that people need, there's always certain things that you guys need tips on and that you guys want help with, and that's basically how this series goes. So let's get into the first question here, and the first question I have right here is from Simeon Jackson, and he says, Goblin, what are the top 5 guns for Black Ops 3? Because I have problems picking the most dominant gun. Now basically there's an easy way to check your top guns, which I've said before in videos, is you can go to your combat record and see what your top 5 guns are. But in my personal opinion, I'll give you some names right here of guns that are going to work good in every single situation. You have, these are the guns that the pro players use, these are the guns that people that are tryharding and try to do their best are going to use. And what these guns are going to be, these guns are going to work well in pretty much any situation. You're going to have, for assault rifles, the M8A7, the Man of War, the KN44, and then for SMGs, probably the VMP and the Weevil. I find those ones are really good, as well as Kuda too, I guess you could say there. So there's the 6 gun, but those are probably like the top 5 or 6 guns in Black Ops 3. If you're using those guns with good class setups, and I have class setups for all those guns on my channel, you can basically just type in whatever you want to type in: GreenGoblinHD Kuda class setup, GreenGoblinHD VMP class. You can find a bunch of stuff on all that. Those are the top 5 guns, and that will definitely help you out. In Call of Duty, using the best guns is a huge tip, and if your class setup isn't right, your gameplays aren't going to be right, and that's just a fact. The next question we have right here is from Ben Nelson. He says, what is the most effective lethal and tactical frag or semtex and stun or flashbang? Cheers, keep up the great vid. So this is a good question. Now I'm going to answer this question, but I'm also going to give a side opinion on this right here. So basically, frag or semtex, I'd say frag is a lot better. Semtex, when you throw it in, it's easy to dodge. A frag, you can cook them up, you can hold it for 2 seconds, throw it in, and it'll blow up instantly. There's basically no way people can dodge it. As well with the frag grenades, sure, semtexes can stick, but frag grenades can bounce, which can be a lot more useful. Bounce them off walls, bounce them off over corners. I'd say frag grenades are better. As far as a stun or flashbangs, I'd say stuns are probably better, because when an enemy is stunned, the flashbang can be good. It just all depends on the situation. A stun is pretty clean though. If you go in there, you throw the stun grenade, you walk in, they're going to be stunned. It's going to be like a mini heat wave and you're going to be able to kill them. Flashbangs can work well as well. Those ones are sort of more up to preference, but I'd say frag is definitely better. But as far as the side opinion I want to give on this question is, in my opinion, you don't really need to use either grenades or tacticals in public matches, and I find that putting those slots that I don't want to say wasting, but the points of your pick 10 class setup that you're using on your tactical grenades, I'd rather just put those into an extra perk or an extra attachment, unless you're playing certain game modes that are super objective heavy, such as maybe domination or hardpoint. Especially hardpoint, you definitely want to run lethals or tacticals in that. But if you're playing just like team deathmatch or kill confirmed, really I'd say don't run any grenades and just put all your points into your class setups, into attachments and perks. Those are the most important things in class setups: attachments and perks, and other than that, everything else comes second to that. And that's what my opinion is on lethals and tacticals in Black Ops 3. Next question we have right here is from Mimo Khalil. He says, Goblin, when is the best time to pop combat focus and not choke it and die? So this is a big question. I always say combat focus is one of the best specialists in the game, but obviously combat focus is one of the ones that's basically all or nothing. If you pop it and you don't get any kills, it's going to be a waste. What you want to do is you always want to take a second before you pop combat focus. So say for example you have a UAV up, you see 2 people coming up in front of you, get behind a head glitch, pop that combat focus, and make sure you get those kills. Don't just pop the combat focus as soon as it comes up. You always want to set up, and this is for every specialist, not just combat focus, but you always want to set up with a specialist and make sure you're in the right situation to use the specialist before you call it in. You don't want to just call it in because it's available right away and you get excited, oh my god, I have combat focus. You want to be, in my opinion, on a head glitch, or what a head glitch is. A lot of people don't know this, but a head glitch, it's not really a glitch in the game. It just means a cover, and it's called a head glitch because really only your head is going to be poking out if you're under a a good piece of cover. And that's what I'd say for using combat focus. You want to be on a head glitch and you want to be in a good situation. You should use your combat focus, and I'd say get 2 to 3 kills with it if you're playing with it right, and that is definitely going to pay off. If you sometimes you're going to pop it, you're going to die instantly. That's just the risk you take. It happens to everyone, it happens to the best players in the world, but that's just a risk you take when you take that combat focus. Next question we have right here is from Fire Fortress TV. He says, a very similar question, when is the best time to use Psychosis? Psychosis is one of the ones that is completely opposite to what I just said. Psychosis is a specialist, and I really like Psychosis because it's good in every single situation. Psychosis, you can never go wrong with it. It's not like Heat Wave where you have to time it. Psychosis, you can just pop it right away, and it's going to be a distraction as long as there's enemies in your vicinity. The Psychosis runs every single which way, and that's why I think Psychosis is a very good specialist. It's good for pretty much every single game mode. When is the best time to pop it? Just whenever. As soon as you get it and there's enemies around you, pop that Psychosis and don't be scared. That is one that you don't really need to set up like in, an active camo or a Ripper or a Heat Wave or a combat focus. You really need to set it up. Psychosis, just use it and hope everything goes your way. That's my opinion on that one. It's one of the weird specialists where you don't really need to set it up, and that's what's weird about Psychosis is it's pretty much good in every single situation, but you're never going to get that huge Psychosis play to win the game. It's more just, an average. It'll help you out, help distract the enemies, and hopefully you can get 1 to 2 kills out of it per use. Next question we have right here is from the Christmas Noob. He says, Goblin, I recently got my Scuff, and I can't seem to get used to it. Are there any tips, or do I have to just play? Now, this is a good question. Obviously, he's saying he just got his Scuff controller. I hope he used my code GOBLIN for 5% off Scuff controllers. But basically, when you first get your Scuff, it's going to take time to adjust. It's just like anything in life. I remember when I first got my Scuff way back in MW3, I would always hit the A button on Xbox instead of the paddle to jump, and it took me weeks to learn it, and that's just how it works. Eventually, your mind is going to change, and it's going to get into that memory, the muscle memory, I guess you want to call it, or whatever, that to jump, you're going to hit the back paddle. And now, obviously, I've been using a Scuff for probably 3 years now, or 4 years, and I never hit the X or the A button, whatever it is, to jump. I'm always using the paddle. So are there any tips? Just, try to focus your mind to remember to hit the paddles instead of the buttons, and then eventually, if you focus on that for a few days, it should be imprinted into your brain over time and your muscle memory, and then it'll just happen naturally. I'm sure you're going to enjoy your Scuff controller, man. Scuff controllers are so necessary in these futuristic Call of Duty games, and I bet you Scuff, like, their sales are probably gone through the roof since Call of Duty has introduced the double jumps and stuff like this. You might even think these guys are in cahoots together or something, because in the old Call of Duty games you could just drop shot. In the new Call of Duty games with these double jumps and wall running, you really do need a Scuff controller, and obviously you can use my code. I say it a lot, but it's true. They are a lot of money, but they are good. Next question we have right here is, how can I know where the enemies are without headsets? From Dost Reber, if I'm saying your name right. How can you know where the enemies are without headsets? Now, headsets are good in Call of Duty, and in Black Ops 3, it's kind of hard to hear footsteps unless you're playing free-for-all or team deathmatch with awareness. But how can you, if you don't have a headset? I don't think a headset is that big of a deal. I definitely think that having a Scuff controller is a lot more of a big deal than a headset. Probably, I'd say, in order of like gaming equipment that you need. Number 1 would be a good controller, a Scuff controller. Number 2 would probably be the headset. Number 3 would be a good monitor, and that's probably in order. And then other stuff like control freaks or whatever. Those are just extras. You don't really need all that stuff. But as far as how can you know where the enemies are without headsets, obviously there's other ways to do it. There's Sixth Sense in this game, which is basically like awareness on your mini-map. There's Sixth Sense, there's Tracker. Those are the best perks to keep track of people. And then obviously for kill streaks, you can run UAV and Hater, and that's going to let you know where the enemies are. And a classic tip, a really old but a gold tip that I give in my videos, and that rhymed, is wherever your teammates are, the enemies are going to be on the other side of the map. Remembering that tip can basically make you have a UAV up all the time, because if you know, okay, my teammates are over by C, enemies are by A, simple math or whatever you want to call it. That's how you do it. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys did, I'd really appreciate it. Like I said, you guys love this series. You guys smash out like 4,000 likes every single time. That would be awesome if you guys could do it again on today's video. I've been playing Call of Duty quite a lot today, and I've been going ham on some gameplays. It's been a lot of fun lately. I've been using the M8A7 so much. I'm addicted to that gun. But hopefully you guys do enjoy this video. Drop a like on it, like I said, and I really do appreciate the guys who watched till the end of the video. And like I said in this this series right here on how to get better at Black Ops 3. It is a question and answer sort of series, so your questions will all be read in the comment section down below, and they will be much appreciated. I want some weird questions. We're getting a lot of the same questions. What are the best guns? What are the best specialists? I want some weird ones. I want some real problems you guys are having with Black Ops 3 that you need my assistance on, you need my help on. Let me know those in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for watching, and subscribe for a cookie, and don't looky. I love all you guys. Have a great night, and I'm out. Peace.